Hello there, everyone. I apologize for the awkward introductions in the game's series so far. I don't quite know how to record an introduction for this game. In fact, I'm probably going to stop recording where I hit load on the game. I try to get like the game's title in the introduction. I don't have an introduction to show off like my channel's name is Lotaeri, my name is Tim, these are the types of games I play, which I know like some YouTubers do. I don't do that sort of thing. I try to keep it like shorter, and I like showing off the title of the game that I'm playing. And I want to search this ruin to see if there's anything interesting in here. Anyway, I haven't found a happy introduction for this one yet, and by happy I mean something I'm happy with. So I'm probably just gonna start these games up when I'm actually in the game. It takes it's 12 o'clock, Tim. It takes too long to record the loading screen. That takes about like 25 seconds or so, and no one wants to sit and wait for that to load, especially not without any music or something like that going on. And I don't want to make an introduction video for my channel. Was this some sort of orphanage? There's nothing up here either. There was nothing down there either, so that's a shame. The ruins were not so useful. Alright, so in the last video, we discovered that Isidore was also murdered, and we began asking about who might have done it. We got some information that some people believe it was the... oh, what's the name of it now? And you know, I didn't take any notes in my book yet. Shadow Abdor or something like that? Some sort of mythological creature from the steppe, which is able to shape change. And it always takes, when it's a human, it always takes the shape of a girl. Speaking of girls, let's go ahead and talk to you. Hello. We know all about you. Aren't you a lively girl? Shall we barter, perhaps? 12-gauge buckshot rounds, revolver ammo, and I have a needle. Just like interesting, so just like the water, they're only worth 1. And that's worth 1, and these are worth 2 for both of them, I suppose. Is that right? If I... wait. I can't... oh, I can't even buy these. Maybe I can't buy them because I don't have a gun. Okay. I didn't ask about where to get weapons. Maybe I should have done that. Do all the kids sell ammunition or trade ammunition? Is that what you do? Hello, little girl. I've heard so much about you. Oh. What's in your pockets, pumpkin? Presents, Uncle Bachelor. Do you want to trade presents? Why not? Sure. Oh, she has painkiller. I'm pretty sure, is that the painkiller? That is. How do I trade for this? So do I put 2 of that up. Is that working? Did we do the trade? Oh, I see, I have it selected. Okay, I'm still confused. For some reason, I expect the item to go up here. Alright, let's do this trade. Sure, we'll take some more painkiller. Now I should have 2 of it, is that correct? Yep, alright. So, also, thank you, Necron Lord, for giving me a tip. And so, at this point, I need to tell you guys everything I know about the game from having read a non-spoilery review of it. So first off, Necron Lord told me that... first off, before I even talk about the spoilery thing, that is and it's not really that much of a spoiler because I knew the game was about what I'm about to describe. This game is called something else entirely different in Russian, and I believe this game is indeed a Russian game, or at least it was developed or made in Russia, and the original language was Russian, and it was translated into English for us English speaking people. And so the game is called Pestilence Utopia in Russia, which is, I think, more of a hint as to what happens in the game than Pathologic is. I actually don't know and Necron Lord, I don't know why they changed the name either. That doesn't make any... That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, why they would change the name. Like, well, maybe they make it a little more legible for... legible is the wrong term. Make it more understandable for the human audience, but why not call it like something like Pestilence? Oh, we saw this guy in the introduction video as well.
So my Haruspex is the Ripper? Funny.
Ah, Bachelor Denvosky, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of the industry around here. We have our own ways. Do you think I've come to inspect this town? Come now. That's precisely what I'm saying. The sanitary inspection testified last year that the Bold project is in order. Nothing to cavil at. Everything's fine. Good for you. I can see we're not really seeing eye to eye. The project is special. Very special. That means... common standards do not apply here. That would be very naive. We'll come back to that. Actually, we'll go with this one. You have probably mistaken me for someone else. I have nothing to do with your enterprise.
Why are my children like this?
Yes, getting everything back on track won't be an easy task. I'd like to inquire about the fate of my colleague, Isidore Burka, and about the manner of his death, to be precise. What are you implying? What is this manner you're talking about? Be so kind as to mind your manners. I had nothing to do with it. Don't they say Isidore was murdered by a step demon, a Shabnak Adair? There was that thingy, a talon they fished out from the wound. I can take this from kids and weirdos, but you are a respectable negotiant. It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for many. Take my boy, for example. A scoffer, if I've ever seen one. And now even he believes it's real. He went off his head a bit. You're in the steppe now, esteemed sir. Easton and backwards. The dead rise from their graves here. Clay dummies dance, and bulls talk. And how do we catch this creature? There must be a way, right? I have no idea. I'm not a steppe man. These animals are only as interesting to me as they are, productive. All is good as long as the plow is pulled. As for how they're quacking among themselves, who would seriously take an interest in that? Why was I cursed with a son like this? Oh, my sins, my grave sins. So your son bears little So your son bears little semblance to you. He rubs elbows with the rabble, the butchers, a word you cannot pronounce, shepherds and gatherers, learns their tongue, collects their legends. He doesn't keep them in check at all. They even dare to come visit him within the premises of the town. If you see a worm creeping through the streets, he's definitely looking for my son. What's wrong with them visiting within the premises of the town? They're dangerous, they're aggressive, and they hate everyone who isn't a steppe person. They'll jump you and kill you on the spot. They'll tear you up with their teeth and devour your flesh while you're still throwing fists at them. So if they're spotted within the town, countermeasures are taken. Are they talking? We mentioned the worm. Are the steppe people that one creature we talked to in the first episode? But where he has a picture of one right when we walked in. Are those the steppe people? So your son knows who the murderer is. No, I'm not gonna accuse him of that. We'll go with this. So what of your son? Perhaps he could tell me more of this creature. Hold your horses. You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you have nothing to talk about. He's not here. thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. You heard me. These are tradesman's words, and I'll stick to them. I won't leave it at that. Okay, so I heard a sound. I'm assuming something got written in a log. What's my log? A Q. In pursuit of a killer. Oh wow! So does this get updated every so often? Okay, let's see. So, I'm gonna read all this, everyone. I apologize. In pursuit of a killer. To find out who killed the immortal Simon Kane, the dead man's own family may not want it more than I do. I have an abiding desire to punish the murderer, to eradicate them, no matter if they were acting on their own account or at the behest of the powers that be. Whoever they are, whoever they were, they picked the moment far too well. My gentle associate, my selfless advisor Isidore Burka, was the last person to see Simon Kane alive. If it wasn't for Burka's guidance, I never would have come to this backwards domain. All the more reason to start my pursuit with him. Isidore Burka was murdered. The local authorities have sealed off his house. Alexander Suborov, the head of the Suborov family, has taken control of all proceedings regarding law and order in the town. The Suborovs are one of the 3 families that govern the town, and Alexander was the person to take immediate measures after discovery of Isidore's body. If this Yulia Lyruvicheva is generally capable of rational thought, then she is more astute than the majority of her contemporaries in this town. There are those who would believe that if I am unable to pinpoint the murderer by nightfall, then I am destined to become the next victim. If my encounter with death is so inevitable, I should prepare myself for it. As ludicrous as it may be, the thought sends a chill down my spine. I am following Isidore's wake, certain that the trail of his footsteps will lead me to the Crucible. There is little doubt in my mind that Isidore was well acquainted with each and every family in power, but it was Olgimsky that held Isidore's leash, relationship rooted in unbreakable family loyalty. It is with the Olgimskys that I must make my next destination. A cunning lot, aren't they? The older Olgimsky does his best to avoid any mention of his household. When I asked him what his son was doing, the honorable stock breeder momentarily lost his temper. I think that the son knows just as much as the father, and it will be easier to get him talking. But where can I find him?
Lucky people are bad hands at correcting their faults. They always believe that they're right when fortune backs up their vice or folly.
Isidore came by to see you last night. Don't try to deny it. So what if he did? I'm also aware of what you two have been talking about. All I want to know is why he left to see Simon afterwards. Oh my. Oh my. Pray forgive me. So he wanted to bring me to heel, that traitor, that bastard. Well, what he asked for was for me to stop the factory. How could I not kick him out? What did he tell you? Who else could he have spoken to? Perhaps someone who could take measures. Of what kind? Huh? That, my dear respectable friend, is none of your business. My property, like I said, is in order. See the skin and meat delivery ports? Do you know how hard? No way. It's my domain, whether anyone riots or not, and I'll have my way with them. I'll find everything out eventually.
No, I won't believe in some earthen killer.
How do you think Simon died? I don't think he was murdered. How could he who craved monocracy not perish? He couldn't. Not in this place. Balance requires equilibrium. So Simon's course of action contradicted yours. Come now. What I'm saying is, when someone takes too much upon themselves, they always end up ground down. That's how life works. Yet they say Simon was the one to bend the circumstances, not the other way around. No one seems to doubt that. Simon has lived a very long life. Very long. He was a worthy man, but long doesn't mean eternal, does it? No one is to blame for his death. Examine the body. You'll see for yourself. It just happened. Cain won't let me examine the body. Well, that is temporary. A family tradition. He's not lying to you. He truly believes Simon was murdered. Were he to admit that Simon simply died of death, he'd probably go to his last home himself. The shock would be too much for the man. That's strange. Gregory Cain didn't appear sentimental to me. We're not going to get along, he and I. At all. So, yeah, is this the step people? Is that them? Why does he have a picture of one in his house if he hates them so much? Right, so... Oh! Uh-oh. Is he coming... Uh-oh! Oh, no! Oh, okay. He's... Wait. Let's chase him. I thought he was chasing me. Now the tables have turned. Stop, sir! Oh, we're not done there yet. Are we not done there? No, we are done. We're gonna chase him. I haven't seen one of these guys yet. He may lead me to something I need to talk, like someone I need to talk to. No, don't run. I almost caught you. Hello, I'm gonna speak to you. I can't. All right, I'm just gonna follow you. You're probably really important. Oh, what are my statistics? All right, I'm still okay so far. Adherence? What's this? I don't know what adherence mean. Doesn't adherence mean things you're following? Or I guess in this case, maybe people who are following you. I'm chasing you. You're too weird not to follow. This leads me to my death. Well, I did kind of just start. Hello. Okay, it's a fight. My first fight. Ooh, right in his eye. Woo! Like the fight music. It's got nothing on him. This is a curious building. The windows of this house are bricked in. Well, sir, it is 1 o'clock. Let us see what is inside. Oh, maybe I want to take a pill first. We'll be okay. Well, hello.
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
You found me here. Well, I'm not surprised. I suppose you're not too surprised by the fact that everyone knows about you either. The rumor of your arrival spread like fire. Why have you come? I've come from some sightseeing. There was a peculiar incident yesterday by the spleen. The children were playing in the mud, as usual, but then suddenly they ran away from the sandbox, and the parents noticed that their hands were smothered in blood. The sand plague is what this was called, right? However, none of them were wounded. Neither were any of them surprised. What's the solution to the puzzle? When the worried adults came to the place where the children had been playing, they found nothing unusual there. Only sticks and stones. What do you make of it? Your children play peculiar games. Nice to meet a person of a skeptical mind. I am Vladislav Olgimsky, the younger one, of course. And you are, of course, Daniel Denkovsky. Yes, that is me. I love the last names and the first names of these people. I like Russian names. I like them. I don't know how to pronounce them, but I like them. Yes, that is me.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
Bachelor, I have news for you that should prove to be of interest. You seem to be looking for the killer, right? I'm listening. I'll have to briefly explain a few things to you. You have already been told what the Lotaeri is. I haven't. I would like to hear you describe it. The Lotaeri is a huge bunkhouse where the Bold Project workers live, although living is the wrong term for it. They nest. They're nesting as a commune with a rather simple way of life. It could, without reservation, be called savage. What is the Bold Project? It is the whole industrial system of the town, from the abattoir to the goods station. Would you care to listen as to why I wanted to see you in the first place? The Bull Project and the food places here are marked with the face of a bull. Is that related, I wonder? Is it... Oh yeah, he mentioned foodstuffs or something of the sort. Curious. I wonder if this is where the disease originally came from, and somehow now it's in the sand of the town? Does the factory have, like, runoff, and that's why the fish are dying as well? Sorry. Very much so. Please go ahead. Let's get to the point, then. A case of pointless, aimless unrest has occurred in that hive mind's nest. The workers are prone to lashing out from time to time like beasts frightened by a storm. They rage, they howl, they gnaw at one another. An unsightly image of a mass uprising. And that is exactly what's going on there right now, isn't it? Precisely. And why are you telling me this? Riots occurred in the Lotaeri several times before. The mob goes crazy for a few days, then they calm down just as unexpectedly. All of them at once. The sudden calm is just as void of reason as the unrest had to set them agog previously. Having a certain experience with the kin, we simply block the entrance to this zoo off until the riot defeats itself. What is this kin? The kin is... Well, it doesn't matter. It's hard to explain. Their whole so-called society, the many-headed biology. Very well, let's get back to the subject. We usually lock them up beforehand. The evidence of an upcoming outbreak of mass lunacy becomes obvious in advance, and the Lotaeri's Father Superior informs us of it. But Father Taichik has recently passed. A curious coincidence, don't you think? Mass anarchy. Anyway, a member of the kin managed to run off into the town while we were busy taking measures. How did he die? How should I know? A disease, most likely. Or an accident or something. That is beside the subject at hand. A disease? Could be flu or a hernia. I don't know what caused his death, and frankly speaking, I don't care. When one of these ants dies, the rest loot bits and pieces of him, burying what's left afterwards. Are you asking out of professional curiosity? Sort of. I think you and I can help each other, Doctor. You are looking for the killer, and I'm sure it is a runaway butcher. The title of a half-man suits him very nicely. The Canes claim that Simon had not been killed by a human hand, don't they? And our family doesn't need unnecessary unrest in the town. So the butcher can babble this butcher can babble devil knows what. His mind is most likely clouded with insane ideas. Why is your family so concerned about public order? Because we are rulers. It has nothing to do with charity, trust me. We are in charge of production, after all. If the unrest becomes serious, the factories will stop, the project will start failing, and we have contracts. We would lose money. I'm surprised I have to explain this to you. I understand. So you don't want the runaway to spread unrest among the already scared townsfolk with his words, right? You are correct. They barely know how to speak, but that only makes it worse. Half man, half beasts. They start preaching, you feel as though you've encountered a doomsayer. I need this butcher to disappear. Hand him over to the canes, or simply kill him if the beast attacks you. The reward will be hefty. Very well, I'll look into this. Where can I find him? He is most likely being harbored in a suspicious house that's in the crude sprawl. Yes. My father's a man of rather hard-handed disposition and quick-tempered to boot. If he finds out the crude sprawl is concealing a fugitive, he will make a mess. Pointless brutality serves no one. I'm looking for peace rather than blood, I'm telling you. I'll do my best to make sure you're right. Show me the house. Okay, that's quite a walk.
Katerina thinks Claire is a messenger from heaven. Yeah, right.
I'm kind of confused about the random sayings they say. I think they're giving away a little bit more of the plot and story than they should. I kind of wish they wouldn't have an introduction talk at all so I can begin reading immediately, but oh well. What do you think about Simon's death? It is known that Simon had limited his social activity just before his departure. He only received 2 visitors, and I know nothing of the first, but the second was none other than Isidore Burker. And the fact that he was killed the same night makes you think, doesn't it? The killer took out a witness. Or an accomplice. Isidore was a complicated man. I've told you about his position in the kin. He used to be a very well-respected person there. And I can't say everyone liked it. Why would the doctor kill someone? Isidore wasn't a doctor. He was more of a herbalist. He never studied medicine. All his recipes were about plants and roots, so to speak. He was knowledgeable, true, a sorcerer, if you will, but a very different one from Simon. An earthen sorcerer. I've never heard that Simon used to be a sorcerer before. Simon was a theurgist. Isidore was a witch doctor. And you think Isidore the witch doctor has managed to achieve the unachievable? I don't know if I want to answer it this way. Hold on. Basically to kill Simon who wasn't able to die. But I don't know if anyone tried to kill Simon before. I'll start speaking your tongue myself soon.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
Vlad, now tell me. Oh, Vlad, now tell me. Did Isidore visit you last night? Tell me the truth, please. Yes. Isidore did pay me a visit, but don't ask what we talked about. I have no right to share that with you. That's because that would make you betray your father, isn't it? Yes. Seems it's better to put the cards on the table with you. So far, you're coming across as a very smart person. You've talked to my father already. What do you know? This is actually kind of difficult. I don't know which of these answers to give. I didn't really find out too much from the father. He was very close-lipped. Do I tell him that? We basically decide if he wants to be honest with me or not. Or do I try to weasel it out of him? We're playing a nice doctor this first time around. So, nothing. I am counting on your eyes. Oh, sorry. It's not eyes. And that's there's an E in front of I, in front of the, there's no E in front of the yes there. Nothing. But I am counting on your conscience. I'll find the whole truth out anyway, sooner rather than later. Isidore said... Note, I am merely retelling it secondhand. He said there's an epidemic in the steppe camps. An outbreak of Tarbagan sickness, perhaps. The plague, that is. Father Father had issued an order to lock the Lotaeri up to prevent the infection from getting in. And what are you so afraid of that you would conceal this? I don't understand. You did the right thing. There is an underlying sensitive family matter here. To cut a long story short, my father would kill me if he found out about this conversation. The unrest in the Lotaeri, you see, well, I incited it to make father lock it up. He didn't believe Isidore. Gotcha. So Isidore might have had this disease. Maybe the disease is in you, brewing, and you show no symptoms until it snuffs you out. But then why was there... And they were killed for different reasons. Isidore was killed by someone who actually killed him, murdered him, but Simon Kane was killed by the disease that was accidentally spread by Isidore. Well, hold on. It killed Isidore in one evening. So it's not... If it built up in him, it built up in him extremely quickly. What do you think was the cause of Simon Kane's death? Especially taking into account the fact that Isidore Burka had been his last visitor. We need to warn Reuben. It's very urgent. He's about to examine Simon as soon as the period of time required by the Kanes passes. But where is he? I have no idea. Where is he staying? I don't know. There was a secret dissecting room in one of the warehouses, but no one knows where exactly. He used to live mostly in the steppe, sometimes sleeping in the cemetery or at Laura Ravel's shelter, but he's not there, I know that for sure. He went away to mourn his master. What would you have done if you were him? What would I have done if I was him? He's asking about where Reuben is located. He wants to examine some as soon as the period of time required by the Kanes passes. I do as well. But where is he? I check every warehouse, of course. Perhaps I'd find something. Do the answers I give actually determine where he'll be? I wonder. What do you guys think? Is that the way this game kind of works? The investigation of the double murder has introduced a few additional considerations. It's highly possible that Simon died of some unfamiliar disease. Stock Reuben, the town medic, should be warned at once. If he touches the body, he may contact whatever disease still remains there. Other tasks. The younger Omgimsky exhibits a genuinely traditional kind of filial piety, or is he pursuing some projects of his own? One way or another, he's determined to get rid of the beast-like troublemaker. I wonder what the creature, whose death has no legal consequences, looks like. Well, we did just kill someone out here. I thought for sure that was him. Oh, okay, so there's where that quest is turned in. And where's the other one turned in? The warehouse district, where is that? Here. But this place will be locked up. I'm not sure where to go. I guess we'll go here. Actually, before I do that... Okay. Each slash takes 2% off the durability of the scalpel. That was interesting. The combat was rather awkward. Hello? A watch. There's nothing special about it, although the case and lids seem to be made of low-grade silver. Okay, so we're going to go and do this side quest first, I suppose. And on the way, we'll try to stop by a shop or two. There's one across the street over here, so we'll visit that place first. So, right, let's get back to talking about the things that I know about this game. And so, yes, oh, actually, I guess that was it, didn't I? I covered everything already. So, as such, Necron Lord told me that you might want to consider purchasing food now, because the prices will go up once the pestilence begins. This was something I knew already. I'm not Necron Lord. Thank you very much for that tip. I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually utilize that knowledge. I don't know. This doesn't sound like something I would want to buy. The milk. We'll leave this place. I suppose if... So, and... let's talk about this really quick, everyone. So, and I'm going to ask for your advice on this. I do not know what I should do when it comes to me failing this game. I doubt, unless I get extraordinarily lucky, that I will be able to successfully beat this game in the first go. So, we will trade some water for these bandages as well. So, I seem to click on it once. Oh, I can't click on it yet, so we have to put up money up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that how much you want for it? Alright, done. Okay, and we lose the bottles permanently for it. You know, I could use some water right now, too. My thought was that I would play the game as I naturally would, in so much that I would buy a few food supplies, but I wouldn't stock up on them too much. So I'm probably still going to do that for today, but I will buy lots of crackers if I can get them. More painkiller, more alpha pills. Let's take one. How much is this worth? 18 for the watch. We'll trade it. I still need 15 more. We'll take another pill as well. And I will trade... Oh, wow, Razor's 54 for him. Lamp oil's 8. Some good prices on some of this stuff. Bandage is worth 180. Really? Wow. So you trade water to the bandages, and you trade bandages to the people. I'll trade one of our razors away. That gives us 6. Will we pick up $6 if I do this? Let's find out. No. Okay. Oh, good to know. So we can't get money from trading. It's a bartering system. So the doctor, I guess, finds money on the ground. And I guess, do I want to take one of those pills now? I guess we should. Let's see what happens. I get the impression that will do something over time to me. So my health hasn't been really affected yet. And I'm going to go... How to get there? I guess we'll go straight across the bridge as we did before. Hello, little one. What's up? Are you really playing hide and seek with a man-eater? Yes. And when I catch him, I'll eat him. Be careful, though. Everyone's very frightened. He's a good runner, and he has strong teeth. A good eater, too. A gobbler, even. Heh. Don't be frightened. We'll stop by this, grocery. So I guess the doctor's special abilities are his ability to find money And he gets bonuses from the increased, I guess, good reputation he has at the start of the game. More vegetables, that's so expensive. Fresh meat, but $3.30 for it. Smoked meat. We'll take some smoked meat. If I trade the vegetables, how much do you want for the 8? You know, so far, people are offering the same prices for everything. I don't notice any difference between the actual merchants. Oh, 130 for the gold ring. I don't want to sell that, though. Where did I get this? Did I start with this? I don't think I did. No, I'm not gonna take that. Okay, so back to talking about what to do. So I'm probably gonna fail this the first time. Absolutely would be my guess. And so I don't know how I should, what I should do when I do fail. Should I reload from a previous save? And if so, how far away should I reload? I don't know. Because I don't know at what point it will have been that I will have made an unrecoverable mistake. And so I'm thinking that, at least for the first failure that I have, I would start all over again. And yes, this means I would reread everyone's text a second time. But maybe it would make more sense to me the second time. Another drugstore. Things are worth the same amount. Wish us luck, everyone. We're going to get into a scuffle here. It's a quick save. But in the future, you should let me know when or if I should, like, reload from a previous save, and if so, how long ago that should be. Not having played this game before, like, I don't know when it's a bad situation. Imagine a Don't Starve game where you could reload it every so often. But I just made the only save I made right before hurricane season, and I have no limestone to make a fireplace. Whatever the thing is that's immune to wind and rain that creates a fire, or I'm short on supplies, and so there's no way I'm gonna survive even if I reload from that point. I'm worried that this game would be worried. Oh my God! Hey. Do I stop this? No, don't attack her. Stop. Can I get in the way? No. No. Not today. You will not kill her today. Wow. I feel like we just did something heroic right there by keeping her alive. Alright, everyone. It's time. It's not time. Is this not this is the house? Oh, wrong house. Sorry.
Why is the termitary so loud? What are they celebrating?
Do you know where to find clean water around here? You are one of the locals. I'm visiting this place for the first time. And so, I know where to find water. I'm just curious if you do. What's wrong with running water? All that water comes from the steppe, and it isn't exactly clean. Yesterday, I inspected all the springs in the area. There seems to be no more clean water around. That salty taste is everywhere. It's reddish in color, and there are disgusting clots in it. Where can I find clean water, then? The townsfolk store clean water in homemade reservoirs. The small supply should be enough to help us last a little while, but afterwards, we'll have to drink that bloody mixture. How disgusting!
We frequently do good to enable us with impunity to do evil.
What do you want, I wonder? There's a runaway hiding here. Take me to him. Why would I? I need to ask him a few questions. He's a butcher. He won't talk to you. You wouldn't understand him. He's been here for He's been here for more than a day. But even I can't get him to talk. It is I who'd rather tell you something. What do you want to tell me? Big Vlad has plugged the cemetery up for a reason. That butcher's mumbling is all over the place. That's a really creepy face, kid. That's really creepy. What are you doing? Stop. I need you to stop doing the head. Yeah, that and that smile with those eyes, that's not a good look for you. You need to not do that. That's still not good. That's a smug face. Yes, it is a smug face. Yes. Stop that. The butcher's mumbling is all over the place, but if you listen carefully, you'll make out tales of such horrors that I get shivers all over. Thousands of people have lost their minds all at once there. Many have died. Something's brewing inside. Can you lead the runaway out of town? Really? Why? Here he's entertaining me, and it's dangerous to go out into the steppe anyway. What if his pursuers rip me apart in the street? What if they think I'm a shabnakadere? What can you offer me in return for the service? Lead him out, or he'll get killed. You can show me the door if you want, but thugs for hire will be less compliant. Fine, I'll take care of the butcher. He'll disappear. Consider him non-existent. But now you must leave. Don't try watching the door. You won't see anything anyway. And tell the Olgimskis, thick-headed bloodhounds, that they have no business here. I harbor no killers. No, I want to take care of the man personally. Go, then. The butcher's in the hospice. The entrance at the other side of the house. Don't come back here complaining afterwards, though. I'll deal with it. I must find out that the killer is hiding in the Doss house at the opposite side of the building. The butcher must be there right now. Unless the kid lied to us because we're going to kill him. Let's find out. Is there jumping? There is jumping in the game. Let's watch the door for a minute. $2.24 already. My goodness, the day's gone by. Okay. He's not leaving immediately. That's quite a walk. Good God. I have to go all the way around to here to make it to that other side of the building. This is all fenced in? This is all fenced in. Are we near where I want to be for Reuben? Did I already talk to Reuben? Serbovs. I don't know where Reuben is. Okay, let's do this quest first. How am I looking on stats? Oh my. It's a wagon, Tim, not a cellar door. Guess we'll do this fight. And then that'll do it for us, everyone. Wow, they actually got the whole step out here. Oh, this is closer than I thought it was going to be. What's this structure? It's across the tracks? Oh, there's a train track here. So weird. The music of this game is amazing, though. Oh. You look tough and angry. That is the face of someone who knows no fear. He's also not a worm. I thought they were worms. Helge, ut glogoi ek gergin salakal, olin eke barag. Do tell me. Do you even understand me? Oh, good attempt there, sir. Ooh, in the neck. Nothing on the body. I don't seem to be able to search it, at least. Okay. Well, I shouldn't expect anything from a factory worker. He would be extremely poor. Alright. So that was the other task done. I had to kill the butcher. Omgemski's son, Vlad the Younger, will surely appreciate this turn of events. Alright, everyone, so I guess we'll stop here? Oh, I could have gone through this path here. I guess we'll do that now. So I want to go back to this location. But I need to find Ruben. I don't remember where. I don't know if we've actually seen Ruben. Let's look around really quick. Maybe we can find his building. Ruben's Prosecutorium. So we can head here, down the stairs. It's close to this building anyway. So next episode we'll do that. We'll go to Ruben's Prosecutorium, and we'll see if he's there or has a note there, or maybe someone around here would have seen him. And then we'll head over here afterwards. All right, everyone. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.